Let's check it out. Old PJT Ventures still got what it takes. This is an original fuel tank off of a 4070B International cab over. So it's not the original one off of the truck that I'm working on right now, but I was able to get it from another truck that I brought home, a parts truck. And the trouble is it's in great shape on the outside, but on the inside the baffles are broken and they're in there rattling around and it's pretty grimy inside. So I thought I'd just cut the head off, clean it, re-weld the baffles in place, and just kind of check out what's going on in there, then weld it back up, and then we could install it and maybe even check out the sending unit and just kind of service the fuel tank before we actually install it. So a couple of safety notes. I just purge. I find purging just with air oftentimes is enough, because it's all about the fuel air mixture in there. So if you're constantly taking away the fuel by adding air and just letting it circulate or purge, that works good. Any shielding gas, argon, CO2 mix, straight CO2, anything that's going to just displace the oxygen or eliminate the correct fuel air mixture. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. Is right there. You can see that little bit of crack starting. So that's, and it kind of migrates up to about there. And it goes to about there. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. There's the seam between the shell and the head is right there. So if I just leave the weld, maybe just cut through, like put the blade halfway through you can actually see both sides right there of the carbides. If I just put the blade right through the middle of the blade through the very edge of this weld, that will cut back into this enough to expose that seam, but leave the shell alone. And whether I leave this weld on there and just weld up to it, fine. We'll clean it up before we do it, but yeah, that's looking really good. So we'll keep skill sawing with that. Look at that. Yeah, so that worked out really good. You see, I hardly cut into that shell. It's kind of tapered by the looks of it. It's got a nice taper right there to draw itself in. Now, we gotta make sure we remember to put this orientation. I probably should have marked it. Now, I think this nubbin goes with this seam. Seems about right. Yeah, you want this level, you want this filler to be about there. Okay. Now let's check it out on the inside. So what do we got in here? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Well, it wasn't a very big set of welds on these. Look at this. How's a guy supposed to clean that out? This, whatever, but okay, let's see if we can get these guys. Look at that. So, Yeah, it's all pretty light. Wonder how long these been riding around. I wonder why it's black. We got at the bottom there. Those rocks. They look like little stones. I wonder if this thing works. Yeah. Everything else looks really good. Okay, well, we'll degrease this. We'll clean it up. I don't know how much of this black is going to come off. Oh yeah, I think it'll come off. Cool.
Okay, coming along, we're getting it cleaned up. I think I'll use some compressed air to get it out of that seam. Those look like water droplets. I thought the solvent would have taken this black stuff off faster, but we'll see.
Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, I just jammed this guy in there to open him up, and that tightened up the internal one. And so I was able to tack weld it. Now I'll pull this guy out, and I should be able to get in here and do my little welds. Oh, it broke. Oh, guess I'll have to go back to the drawing board. Proof of concept. Well, silly me. Now, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that one looks good. Are those things really that hot? Okay, so I got some argon coming in to the bottom of the tank, and I have the lid off right now. I'm just about to start welding. I'm not worried about an explosion because of how clean it is. What I'm worried about is oxidization happening from inside when I'm trying to weld from the outside. So I'm going to just purge this full of argon, and this will be the test. When the lighter goes out, we will have expelled all of the oxygen in there, and then we won't have any oxygen kind of weeping through this this seam as I go to weld it. And so we'll see if we can get that wrapped up. Anyways, Yeah, won't take long. Okay, we're getting close. Yeah, so I'm happy that there's no oxygen present in that. Okay, we've done a leak test all around. I did find a couple of pinholes in where the strap was. So now we're just kind of chasing those pinholes. The rest of this weld looks great. So all of the new seam held. No leaks. So now we'll just touch up this. The little spot there and a little spot there. This is pretty rough. I almost feel like just patching over top of it, but anyways, we'll give it a couple more shots and see. Okay, we're just snugging this guy up now. Actually, kind of had to play around with. Previous people had cut and ground and kind of modified newer stainless 2 1/4 inch bands when they mounted the smaller diameter tanks. So now that I put the new to the truck but original larger diameter tanks than those other ones, I had to extend these guys. So on the bottom I had to add another 7 inches, and then I had to re-weld these because someone had tried to steal the tank back at the previous owner's place and a big kerfuffle. So I just re-welded this guy, and yeah. Anyways, it's looking good. Got one more to go. I got a new rubber coming from town for or a new kind of gasket, whatever you want to call that stuff. So yeah, it's coming along.